Across the nation, there is a goal that unites many. Passed down through generations, it is perhaps the greatest desire to have captured the hearts of men. The dream of becoming a professional football player. Football clubs such as these provide a refuge for many young boys, an escape from the harsh conditions of the deprived communities they live in. Equipping them with skills, commitment and dedication, the coaches strive to forge these young boys into responsible and productive young men.
My real experience with football probably came when I'm 5 years old. I played in a Battersea Park Chelsea community scheme, and I was playing with the under-7s. Because I was 2 years younger, a lot of the players didn't pick me on their team. I was picked last, but I played with them. I played really well. The managers were really happy with me when I played because I stood out and I was 2 years younger than some of them. So yeah, that was the first memory I have of me getting into football.
Like many who have emerged from the youth academies, Emmanuel is now pursuing his dream of becoming a professional football player, a goal he has had from an early age. Like so many others, the odds are stacked against Emmanuel, but this hasn't swayed him from pursuing his ambitions. Consider his regular workouts here, at his local gym in Fulton Heath, where Emmanuel has to put himself through an often brutal and punishing regime, one that many wouldn't tolerate. Yet, in the face of overwhelming uncertainty, Emmanuel continues towards his goal.
I'm just playing to the best that I can because it's what I love. And but obviously in this day and age, if you haven't got a contract, you have to live on something.
Since Emmanuel made up his mind, all he wants to do was to be a professional footballer, and I can sense that he was good enough to be, to be one. Then what stops him? We had no cause whatsoever to deny him that, opportunity.
We knew Emmanuel has a flair for football because ever since he was able to walk, he will kick anything.
And fingers crossed, if he makes it great, we're all behind him for that all the way.
Family support can be essential to a player's growth. More importantly, is finding the right academy to secure his future. Here at Crystal Palace Football Club, the scouting system provides that opportunity for many young and talented individuals.
The way the scouting system works is basically we tend to look at different types of matches and sort of have some knowledge of what matches to go and view. Then how it works from there is we go and view the matches, watch what the players are like, look for certain abilities of a player. Then once we notice that, we speak to the manager, speak to the parents and invite them into the academy.
The first team I was scouted for was Charlton actually. I just remember that the youth team academy manager coming up to my mum, saying that they're interested in me having signing for them. I didn't even have a trial. At the time I didn't have a club. My mum didn't really know much about academy football, but she knew who Charlton was. So I just signed straight away.
I personally think some of this scouting system is not all it's made out to be. Over the years I've seen boys that have quite decent players gone into academies through scouts and have lasted a couple of months, and whereas after they leave the professional so-called club, they have to come back out into the real world where it's hard to get back into their original team. Therefore they end up in the wrong group and therefore they end up doing the wrong things, and by the time they're 15, 16 they're in a lot of trouble.
Football player.
Football player.
Football player.
My name is Joe Shields. I work for Fulham Football Club. I'm a scout. The YTS scheme at Fulham basically involves boys leaving school at the end of year 11, joining for 2 years, which takes them up to 18, where they go from training 2 evenings and 1 weekend day a week to 5 days a week, including matches, to develop them to a level where they can then get a professional contract at the end of the scheme.
The YTS scheme is a good idea. My views are on it is basically because it gets young people playing football, it gets doing their work, and it actually binds them in two. The main reason is because from the football side is you'll be playing a lot of matches against academies, so you get your fitness side, working side, and also allows academies to actually spot you if you're a decent player.
You get to travel around Europe, you get to tour every summer, go to tournaments in the UK, which puts you on a stage where you could get national selection.
From the school side, if you haven't got all your grades, or all your grades have to be up to standard to be able to play in an academy or to play in a match, which I think is a good idea.
The disadvantages of it is you can only do BTECs. No football club in the country in position at the minute offer A-levels. I would say the percentages of making it to the professional level are still very slim, even though they do increase if you make it to that level. Getting scouted at that age is rare. You usually have to be in the academy from a much younger age, between the ages of 12 to 14 at the latest, but you do get the odd case of a boy coming in at a later stage. On average, I would say between 8 and 12 under 16s are offered YTS positions at each club. So within the 2 years, you've usually got maybe around 20-ish. From each year, you then get 2 to 3 professionals out of that, depending on the club. Then you go to the very top, and there will only be a few places offered.
Football player.
Football player.
Football player.
Football player.
Football player.
My name is Mark Oyeleke, Social Inclusion Manager for Crystal Palace Community Sports Trust. Kicks and Breaking Barriers programs are predominant programs that we deliver as part of Crystal Palace Community Sports Trust. They focus on working with hard-to-reach, challenging young people, trying to utilise the carrot of football to engage with these young people as a means by which to offer them opportunities to be engaged in lots of different activities. And that's delivered by the coaches and the workers down at the ball course. They offer and consult with the young people to see what is it that they want to do. We've had some young people go on to become groundsmen, to work as catering, to help around within the various opportunities available within the football club. The exit routes away from that are also around the opportunities for the talented individual who might come to the Kicks program who has an aspiration of being a footballer. Now the reality is that that's going to be a very small percentage of the people on our program. But we still look at those young people and we signpost them to opportunities. And those opportunities could well be that they start as an FA Level 1 coach, they go on and understand around the coaching opportunities that are available to them if they don't make it as a professional footballer, or they look at work within the sports development field, so they can say, actually, I have an interest in being a footballer, but actually I also want to understand how I can get there. And sports development offers them that opportunity. Additionally, with the coaches we have done at our programs, they work within the academy. So when they do see particularly gifted, particularly talented young people, they can signpost them in a right way to say, actually, you might be someone who might still be able to make it as a professional footballer. And that might not be working for Crystal Palace Football Club, that might be professional football at another club, or even as a semi-pro, where they still allows them to fulfill the ambition of being a paid professional within the football field and still gain them the access to be part of the game and be seen by the relevant types of people.
Football player.
Football player.
Football player. Football player. Football player.
In reality, only a select few, if any, of these young boys will go on to realise their dreams. Even those who manage to ascend to the academy level will be faced with great uncertainty. Statistically, only 4 out of 20 scholars will go on to make it as professional football players. Despite many of its benefits and good intentions, it seems that the system is failing many young men, giving them false hopes and unrealistic aspirations. So what is it that compels young males to keep pursuing this seemingly unreachable goal?
Football player.
Football, it is really the greatest sport on earth. I've had a little glimpse of it I'm a apprentice, like a youth team scholar at Brentford. When you get on that pitch and you know that you're getting money for playing football, there's no greater feeling for it. So anyone who wants to pursue a career in football, I just say, don't ever knock yourself. Believe in yourself 100%. People can say you're rubbish, they can say you're this, you're that, but as long as you believe in it, even my manager, he can tell me I'm not gonna make it, and I still might disagree with him. So whatever happens, just believe in yourself and carry on.